Drive north.
Hello everyone, we're back. We're doing a video. We're doing a miles per gallon test today on my wife's 2011 Hyundai Elantra. You've seen me do my videos on my diesel Chevy Cruze going from New York to South Carolina. Today we're going to do a modified one. We're taking a round trip from here to Six Flags Great Adventure and New Jersey. That's my daughter. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Elia. And back. Now it's not going to be like we've done my Chevy Cruze, but we'll get an idea how will we do. We are full to the top with Shell 87 octane gas. The tires on the car are fairly new, although they're not the greatest tires in the world, but we'll see how we do. Now obviously we got a 2011 Hyundai Elantra, so I'll expect the gas mileage on my Chevy Cruze diesel. I believe this has a 6-speed automatic transmission, so we'll see how well we're going to do. We're leaving early. Hopefully we resist a lot of traffic, but as we get more and more towards the park, we're going to take a lot of back roads, so there will be a lot of stop and go also. But hey, it is what it is. The best I've done according to my calculations is about 37 miles a gallon highway. Generally we get about 28, 29 mixed driving, and as you can see, I do not live in a city area, so I don't know the city miles per gallon, and nor do I care or want to find out. So car is up to maintenance specifications by a Hyundai dealer. Tires are inflated properly, otherwise you would see the light in the dashboard, which is very known for these cars. If you've owned a Elantra, I've owned this, and I've owned a 2008.
Turn left on Highway 82.
So we'll catch you a little bit later. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're back with our MPG test on our 2011 Hyundai Elantra. We are 61 miles into our trip to Six Flags. I think it's approximately 120 miles. We have 320 miles of range left on our tank of gas. We're averaging 33.1 miles an hour, miles per gallon. And we're averaging 51 miles an hour on the Taconic State Parkway, the Sawmill River Parkway, and soon the Henry Hudson Parkway. So I believe it's 45-50 miles an hour for up to the mileage on pretty much any car, taking a guess. So as you can see, only one bar has come off the top of the gas tank. Early in the trip, but it is what it is.
Does it say 10:04?
It says 10:05, darling.
So why am I singing it say 10:54?
What are you talking about? 10:05 is when we get there.
Why does it say 10:50?
I don't know what you're talking about, love. Because right now it's 8:45.
How the hell have I been asleep for 40 minutes?
You are knocked out. I've never seen like that before in the beginning of a trip early in the morning like that, love. You must have been tired.
I am tired. I'm still tired.
Oh my God, that fun hangover must be tough. My poor daughter, she suffers so badly. Anyway, we're 65 miles into our trip.
65.
And like I said, we're averaging 32.8 miles per gallon, and we'll talk to you later. We are stuck in traffic in Manhattan. As I said before, no matter what way I take the Great Adventure, through Jersey, through the Bronx, through Manhattan, through the Hudson Valley, it never takes the 2 hours and 30 minutes to get there. It's always at least 3 to 3.5 hours. Anyway, we're averaging 32.4 miles a gallon. Obviously, miles per hour have gone down to 45. We're 68 miles into the trip, and we will talk to you later. Now,
What?
we finally got rid of that ridiculous traffic. It wasn't even congestion.
Hi.
It was not even congestion. It was ridiculous construction that happened on the weekend anyway. They shut down a couple lanes. Otherwise, we should have been on course for a 2.5 hour ride, which is now about to take about 3 hours and 11 minutes right now. Anyway, the mileage in this car is 92,658. I bought the car almost 5 years ago at just under 65,000 miles. I know what you're saying. You guys don't use the car, and my wife doesn't drive much at all, which is a good thing. It saves me less trips to the pump, less maintenance required, tires last longer, car lasts longer. So that it does not bother me so much at all. It's actually a good thing. So right now we're averaging 30.4 miles a gallon at an average speed of 34 miles an hour right now because of the ridiculous traffic. We are 73 miles into our approximately 123 mile trip, so we have 50 miles to go. So we'll talk to you later. Here,
Hi.
32.6 miles so far on a averaging 41 miles an hour, 143 miles total, 1/3 of a tank through, 244 miles left in this tank of gas. So again, 3.5 hours. It's about average for this car. It's about right. I was hoping for 35, but the traffic in Manhattan killed us. So we'll talk to you later on this MPG test.
Bye.
Back to our hotel. We'll put another 10 miles on the trip here. We are currently averaging 32.4 miles per gallon. I was hoping to get 35 out of the trip. We'll see. And we'll talk to you in a while.
Bye-bye.
Test on our 2011 Hyundai Elantra. Some local driving between here and the hotel and other stops. We're averaging 33.1 miles per gallon. We're averaging 39 miles an hour. We've got 208 miles on this trip, and we have 178 miles left on our tank of gas, and we're down to half a tank of gas. So we'll keep you updated. Probably next time we'll be on our way back to New York. We'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
On our final leg of our MPG test on our 2011 Hyundai Elantra, we are leaving our weekend trip at Six Flags Great Adventure, New Jersey, heading back to New York. Half a tank to go on the original tank of gas I bought. Approximately about 130 miles, I think, home. Averaging so far 38 miles an hour. 208 miles on the trip so far. 177 miles left on this tank of gas according to the computer, averaging 33 miles per gallon. We'll talk to you later. Rest stop in Jersey Turnpike, we're averaging 34.1 miles per gallon. We're averaging 41 miles an hour. We've been pretty good on the way home. Some stop and go on the Jersey Turnpike. We're at 277 miles into the trip. I think we got about 50 miles left till we get home. And we're down to a quarter tank. Our range is 124 miles. So our next stop should be home, and we'll talk to you then. Hi everyone, we're back. We're gonna make our trip to the gas station now. We're currently at 34.1 miles per gallon for the round trip from here in New York to Six Flags Great Adventure. We were averaging 41 miles an hour the whole trip. Average. Don't forget, we ran a lot of ridiculous traffic going through the Bronx, Manhattan, getting there, and on our way back on a northern part of the Jersey Turnpike. It's going to be about 350 miles round trip altogether by the time I get to the gas station. And we're down to 1 bar left in the gas tank. Our range is 40 miles to go. And the gas station is about 1 mile away. Anyway, some information on the car. This is not the original engine of the car. Unfortunately, the engine went out in this car at 75,000 miles. Thank God I had a warranty. I got a certified manufacturer used one, which is good for the life of the car at the dealership I had installed, as long as I maintain the service with them. If not, they replace the engine or they give me $3,000 cash, which is pretty cool. There was a class action lawsuit against Hyundai with these engines, and they lost. So Hyundai's paying out money to people. Now, being that mine was covered mostly by the insurance, I'm not going to get anything other than maybe the car rental, which I will get back. So we bought the car, I think I told you, back in December 1st, 2016, which is under 65,000 miles. I'm approaching 93,000 miles. And he's saying, yep, my wife averages about 6,000 miles a year. She doesn't drive much. Again, I'm not complaining. Anyway, when we get to the gas station, we'll fill her up, and I'll give you what my calculation is compared to the car's computer, which is at 34 miles to the gallon right now. Right now, that's definitely about average what the car does in mixed driving. I've gotten as high as 37.4 on highway driving. My old 2008 Elantra used to squeeze out 40 highway, but that was a smaller Elantra, a lighter Elantra. Not quite the refined engine this one has, but definitely more reliable and durable. So, alright, we're at the gas station now. I'm going to pull in and I'll give you my final totals. Alright, we're back. The car said 34 miles to the gallon even for the whole trip. Let's do my calculations now. By the way, the size of the gas tank on this 2011 Elantra is 12.8 gallons. So a little small for today's standards, but not back then. Alright, so we got 350 miles, 0.2, divided by, we put in 10.250 gallons. That equals 34.165. That's alright. Car computer's right there. So there it is, folks. There is your mixed driving miles per gallon test for the 2011 Hyundai Elantra. Hopefully next time I can do a pure highway test with this car. It's hard because this is my wife's car, and I not against my wife's car. I just prefer my Chevy Cruze diesel. It is, I know it's an unfair comparison, but diesel's way more efficient on the highway than any gas car will ever be. And also being that my Chevy Cruze has a 15.9 gallon diesel tank, it's going to have longer range. So, not a fair comparison. Again, the car did what I expected it to do. I still prefer my Cruze diesel, but hey, it is what it is. Car did well on the trip. We'll talk to you later.